Hey everybody, this is Mary and welcome back to my kitchen. How many people cook with diced tomatoes? I have fire roasted diced tomatoes. Just a few months ago I could buy these for 50 or 60 cents a can at Aldi. These were $1.29 for a can. One can. And to me that's just a bit ridiculous. But everything has gone outrageous, so anyways, I have got a bunch of tomatoes in my garden. I picked several the other day, so I have a variety of tomatoes, heirlooms, Romas, San Marzinos, a bunch of stuff that my mama gave me that I have no idea what they are, but they taste really good. Okay, I had to cut them up the other day and get them in the refrigerator because they were getting really ripe. So, sorry you missed that step. But I'm going to take my tomatoes that are already partially cut, and I'm going to dice these up. I figured, you know what, I may as well make some roasted tomatoes. And my oven is ready to start roasting. But I am going to cut these up. And we're going to put some seasonings on there. And, hey, we're going to give it a shot. One thing my mama always says, nothing ventured, nothing gained. So, if we love it, then that's fantastic. If we don't, then I won't do it again. What do you guys like to experiment with in the kitchen or canning? Have you ever made the tomatoes and canned them? I've never done this. But however, I have made lots of other tomato projects. I've made tomato sauce, tomato juice, stewed tomatoes, rotel. Gosh, I don't know. Several different things. Salsa. And that's definitely one of our family favorites, is making salsa. But I figured I would make this today, and it's the beginning of my tomato season. This is actually my first canning of the year, and if we like them, then I will make several more cannings of this, because I don't like paying $1.29 for a 14.5 ounce can. It's just too much. Especially whenever I can do something about it. But let's get on with this. And we'll see how many I can fit in this pan. Okay. I have one roasting pan full of my diced tomatoes. And I'm lining my second one with parchment paper, because I do not want these things to stick. And I personally don't like to use a lot of aluminum foil, especially stuff that comes in contact with my food. You hear so many different things this day and time, whether it's true, whether it's not, about what causes certain diseases. And from what I've heard, aluminum foil is not the greatest. Do your research, folks, and go from there. But other than to cover something, I haven't used aluminum foil in several years. But that's my personal choice. I've got about 5 to 6 pounds of tomatoes right here. I weighed them a few minutes ago. So I'll probably have about 3 pounds or so per pan before we get done. Okay, I'm down to my last tomato, which happens to be one of the Mr. Stripey tomatoes. I only had one ripe so far of those. Like I say, there's several varieties of tomatoes in here. Put this over here. Folks, I know this is a little thick in these pans, and in all honesty, if I had room in my oven, I would have separated these out into 3 pans. So I'm hoping it doesn't add too much more to my bake time. Okay, you'll notice I did not peel these tomatoes. If you want to peel them, then that's fine. Personally, I don't mind peels in my tomatoes. So, your kitchen, your rules, whatever works for you. This works for me. Okay? I'm going to add just a few seasonings to these. I've got my oven preheated to 400. You can go 450. Okay? I'm going to throw a little bit of black pepper. Probably around a teaspoon per pan. I have some garlic powder. Probably about a teaspoon, teaspoon and a half a pan. We like garlic. You can also add minced garlic, granulated garlic, fresh garlic. It doesn't matter. But just a sprinkle, probably a quarter to a half teaspoon of Italian seasoning. Folks, I'm guilty of something. I sprinkle a whole lot more than what I measure, and I just guess on the measurements. But I'm putting some salt, probably about a half teaspoon to a teaspoon. And last but not least, some onion powder. You can use minced onion. You can use fresh onion. You can skip it. If you don't like any of these seasonings, just do roasted tomatoes. A recipe is only a guideline, so it doesn't matter what you do as long as you and your family like it. I'm going to stir this up and blend the seasonings throughout. This makes me want a big tomato salad right now. It smells so good. But I'm going to put it in the oven. Like I say, I cut these up already so they are chilled. So it's going to take a few extra minutes for mine. But you roast them until they start to char just a little bit. If you don't like them quite that done, take them out beforehand. I'm going to get them in the oven, and then we'll be back with the rest of the process when I pull them out. Okay, my timer just went off, so they've been roasting at about 450. I said 400 earlier, I think, but it's 450. They need to be roasting that for about an hour. Steam up the glasses. Can you guys see that? Oh yeah. Now that looks good. There's the second pan of them. There's still a lot of juice that's in there, and these look really, really, really nice. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to transfer them over to a pot. I got out two just in case. I wasn't sure how much that they had cooked up. But I'm going to transfer them over to a pot, and I'm going to bring them back up to a boil, and I'm going to let them simmer for about 10 minutes. That way I can stir them and make sure that everything stays nice and hot. I have my jars in the dishwasher. I'll be getting them out of the dishwasher while this is simmering. So let's see if I can do this without dumping the parchment paper everywhere. Because guys, this is real life. And if you've watched very many of my videos, you will know I have a tendency to make messes on the camera. But that's okay. Because I'll bet some of you guys will too. And if not, then you're a better chef than me. Oh yeah. This smells so good. I hope that they're comparable to those cans that I've been paying $1.29 for in the grocery store. Just way too much. So I've got my burner turned on, and I'm just going to sit there and let these simmer for about 10 minutes while I get everything else together. This is cooked up really nice, and like I say, folks, I left the skin on there. You don't have to. It is all a matter of preference. I don't care for myself, but you might, it'd be prettier without, but I don't always have time to make everything pretty. I'm going to take my jars out of the dishwasher, and I'll be back in a couple. Okay, we've got our tomatoes cooking down. I have my canner with the water heating up in there. This is boiling. We need to have hot water in our canner. Otherwise, whenever you take something hot, put in something that's not hot, it's going to break and you're going to have a mess. Okay, I have my lemon juice. I'm going to put a teaspoon in each pint. Okay. A lot of people don't add lemon juice to their tomatoes. I do, because you never know with all of the different hybrids and crosses and everything how much acidity are in today's tomatoes. So I would rather add a little bit of lemon juice to make sure that it's going to preserve properly, since I am water bathing and not pressure canning. It does not change the flavor. It does not make it sour. So here we go. That looks really good. I'm going to fill this up and leave about 1 inch or so headspace in there. And what I normally do is I take the funnel off and I just set it on the next jar. That way I don't have anything dripping everywhere. I don't have to clean it up off the counter. Okay. You always wipe the rim of the jar off to make sure that there's nothing on there, because if you have anything at all on that rim, it will not seal. We do not want to go through all this trouble and it not seal. Okay, you will see my canning lids, or canning flats I should say, are not in hot water. That is per recommendations of the canning type stuff that we have today. It says not to do that. So that is why. I have had comments on some of my other videos about that. So I'll just go ahead and put that out there right now. And folks, that is a little bit warm. I've got my tomato stained dish towel here. Okay, just put that on there finger tight. And look at that. I'm going to set that over in here and keep going on to the next jar. Again, a teaspoon of lemon juice. Isn't this right here just the neatest little thing? I got that off of Amazon. It has a teaspoon on one side and a tablespoon on the other side. And for me, that is the most common denomination, common size that I use in cooking. I also bought my mom and my daughter-in-law one. But I really like it. I'm not sure how many tomatoes I'm going to get out of here. Maybe about 4 pints. But that is enough to give these a taste test and see how well they compare to the $1.29 a can ones. Hopefully I won't have to do that anymore. Like I say, just finger tight and put it in here. Now I am going to add more water to that once I get all my jars in there, because I need to be completely covered with water by a couple of inches. That way everything is covered as it's boiling and it's going to seal correctly. Because if it's not covered right, guys, it's not going to work right. And we just continue the process. What all have you folks canned this year? Let me know in the comments. Have you made tomato juice, salsa, roasted tomatoes? I'm actually in the process right now of making tomato juice too. I was getting tomatoes ready, or tomato juice I should say ready. That's hiding in that jar over there. I had tomatoes that I'd put in the freezer at the end of last year because I was just tired and I didn't want to fool with them, to be honest with you. I canned enough last year. It happens to all of us guys, I'm sorry. But anyway, I took those out of the freezer, defrosted them, ran them through my NutriBullet, and I'll have several jars of the tomato juice to start the season here in a little bit. A link to my tomato juice video that I did last year. Everybody seems to have enjoyed that that's tried it. So folks, I have 4 pints and just a little bit left over. And that will be a good taste test.
Go.
Look how beautiful that is. I've already had one of them seal. Oh, there's the second one seal. Third one seal. I did have a little bit left over, so I went ahead and put it in a half pint. That way it wouldn't go to waste, or I wouldn't have to sit and eat the whole thing, either or. But folks, there you go. I've got 4.5 pints, and I cannot wait to make more of this because I use a lot of this. So thanks for watching, guys. I really appreciate it, and we'll see you on the next video.